GNB TV. Yeah, like, come on, follow me. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
Listen closely if you trying to eat. Get passive income, got that money flowing in my sleep. Young and please, got 30,000 on my wrist, 10 on my fist. That 18 around my neck, make I can show respect. You looking at a God exhorting no fear. About 5 in each ear, that's what you wanna hear. VA.
Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. And Offset, you are the topic of discussion, my G. Offset and quality control, you are the topic of discussion, my G. So let's get right into it. Now, we all see what's going on with the Migos and Offset. The Migos and Offset. Now, that's culture appropriation in reverse. You see what I'm saying? It goes both ways. The Migos. But that's a whole nother video. They having turmoil. I mean, matter of fact, it's past turmoil. They are actually officially broken up. You know, Offset has separated. He has parted ways with Quavo and Takeoff. Yeah, Takeoff. Now, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Sometimes people grow apart. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes people grow apart. Sometimes people grow out of business situations. But it gets deep. It gets wicked, and it's always deep in a rap when you scratching the surface. And here at Grown Man Business TV, we definitely scratching the surface. Yeah, man. You know, it's trouble in paradise. You know, from the outside looking in, the narrative and the picture that's painted is paradise. These rappers, these chains and all these things that they acquire and they have, it makes you want it. But when you look past the smoke and mirrors, when your pineal is open, you can see clearly, my G. So listen, man, we're not gonna make this a long one. Let's go into a couple of clips. You know I'm about to have a couple of clips. Yeah, you know, they always, yeah, a couple of clips, right? And after these clips, we're gonna double back and we're gonna tap into these angles, my G. We're gonna tap into these angles. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be at all times, my G. Gang.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Make sure these kids ball when I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? I work hard, so they deserve the ball. Then it's like, all this like, it ain't my flavor, it ain't my taste. I'm back and forth and like subbing. I'm a grown man with kids, I'm a boss. I don't believe in that, the social media and like doing comments and going back and forth, man. I'm grown, man. I'm a boss. I ain't on that, I ain't never been on that my whole career. You ain't never seen me going up, just trying to be on some messy girl, be for the girls. Like, I'm a player, I ain't going that way. And like, I'm gonna get my business together regardless. I'm gonna get my business together. I'm gonna make sure I'm an owner. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going back and forth, man. I'm grown as hell, man. I ain't finna do that with you. It seems like nigga mad today though. They don't never want a nigga to go and ball, man. Be in.
Yeah. Hey, baby. You see what they say on the back? Read what they say on the back.
Show must go on. Show must go on.
It's grown man business.
It's grown man business.
Boom! Yo, shout the season, man. Shout the season, man.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Did you see that? Did you see that and did you hear? Now it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. And here at Grown Man Business TV, we definitely scratching the surface. And you know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. When you come into this game, you know, a lot of people are looking for help. They need funds, they need investors. You understand? And when you open those lanes up, it's always the fine print you got to pay attention to. So I'm not going to make this a long one. It is what it is, and you already know the rest, man. You already know. You already know. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my first angle. My first angle. And that's you get what you negotiate. You get what you negotiate. That's one of the first rules of business. It gets deep, man. When you looking into these things and you a youngster and you looking at these narratives and you looking at these rappers and you inspire to be one. You understand what I'm saying? You want one of the cribs, like all of these things that are being painted that are false narratives, right? And then you get in the game and you start going through that contract. And you just so happy to be able to go do shows and do this, but you don't know your publishing been wiped out. Yeah, you don't know that anything you do outside of this, we need a portion of that. It's all in the fine print. But you didn't negotiate that out. You didn't negotiate hard enough. You was happy that somebody believed in you. See, the thing is, they see more in you. They seen the long haul. You just seen right then and there. So, you know, the Migos come into the game. You feel what I'm saying? I've been to a few shows, you know, they done toured the world, made millions of dollars. You feel me? And in due time, just like every other rapper, I mean, Meek Mill, I mean, top of the top, cream of the crop, they double back, they look into their contracts, they start feeling it in the pocket, and they realize, I didn't do the best negotiating when it came to this contract. Actually, I got beat. I got beaten, and then they get beat in so many ways that it hurts so bad that they lash out in public. You understand? Because, you know, Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Rick Ross, yo, QC, Offset, the Migos, these relationships into the public's eye look like they would be unbreakable relationships. It looked like so much money is being made and everybody's eating so good that nobody would, but it always turns out the opposite. Oh, Lil Wayne, I mean, you could go down the list, we all know. So youngsters, always remember, you get what you negotiate. Don't negotiate high and then we can drop it down, but don't negotiate low. Don't negotiate in the middle because it's going to get dropped down to, yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be exactly what it's going to be at all times, my G. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my second angle. My second angle, my G. And that's the big homie, little homie syndrome. See, I'm going to come all the way from left and right. I'm going to come from all over the angles. It is what it is. The big homie, little homie syndrome. Everybody out there, I want to let you know before I go deep into this angle, it's always better to get it out the mud. It feel better in the end when you do it yourself. It's nothing wrong with pairing up with people, becoming partners. But when you take handouts, when you have somebody invest in you, it puts them in position to control you. It puts them in position to little homie you. It's a fine line. There's nothing wrong with like minds thinking alike. But when you have nothing and you allow somebody to give you something, you have become little homied. Yeah, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deep in the rap when you scratching the surface. And here at Grown Man Business TV, we definitely scratching the surface. Now let me get into this angle. Offset, he's the one and only Migo that found the female. Yeah, I'm sure he stumbled a few times, but he found his wife in Cardi B. He found the wife. That means he wants to run his own kingdom. Yeah, see, any man that finds a wife, grabs his wife, marries his wife, apologizes in public, and whatever happens, he wants to be the king of, he wants to be the ruler of his kingdom. So now he has a wife, Cardi B. You know, the other Migos, they don't have old ladies. They running through, they got sweeties and whatever, right? He has a wife. He has a household that he's running. His wife is a successful entertainer just like he is. She getting big chunks out of her money. She's going to wonder why her husband is not getting the majority out of his money. Who's getting that? That's P. That's Coach K. That's the people that put money and gave you something in the beginning again, so they could little homie you. So you got Offset with his wife, Cardi B, and they doing their thing, Mary, and they watching P eat up all the money. P is the big dog. That is QC's the CEO. That is the Birdman of this. You got to know, if you're married, see, a lot of y'all ain't married. You're going to start having arguments with your old lady. She going to start talking about what's going on with your contract, that this man taking 50, whoop, 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 whoop. These going to be arguments that you going to have with your old lady, because your old lady going to guarantee question where the money going at and why. What did you sign, Offset? What did you negotiate, my G? And as the man of your house, the ruler of your kingdom, you going to start asking questions too, like, yo, bro, hey, look, I done already did all this with Migos. I done made all this money. The Migos category, I don't want none of that. But my solo situation, I want my solo albums for myself, my G. I want to own that. I want to level up. I want to be, you can't be big, homie. That's what Q and I'm telling them. Look, Offset, I understand, but you can't be big, homie. You know why? Because you signed in the little homie category. Oh, you don't remember the paperwork that you signed back in it? Let me rehash that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have my lawyers send it to your lawyers and they can rehash it. But you signed in this category. You trying to now, oh, no, we need 50% of all of that. We wouldn't care if it was a solo album, if it was a joint album with Cardi B. Well, your 50% out of that joint, we need 50%. So you don't get no money out of that. So listen what Offset's saying when he like, I want my kids to eat. We as the public would automatically think his kids is eating. They rich, yeah. They got some money. They living good. But QC, Big P and Coach K, oh, they on another level. When they come around, your wife automatically gonna know that's the big dog. You the worker. See, it ain't nobody. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all with this grown man business, anything, one thing I can say is nobody gave me nothing. I wasn't always in position. I wasn't always who, you understand? You have to grow into that. And one thing I could do is look in the back and I could say nobody, no family members, nobody gave me nothing to put me in this position. So now that I am who I am and I'm doing what I'm doing, I stand on this wholeheartedly. I have a wife, a family. I'm the ruler of the household, so I know the kind of arguments him and Cardi B probably done had due to their money, that paper, that mucho dinero. Offset trying to level up. He want to be a big dog. And what you will notice is the big dogs, they don't let the youngins become big dogs. They've learned from the higher ups and elites. This is tactics they've learned from them. Rick Ross, Meek Mill. I mean, you could go down the list. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be at all times, my G. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? We coming from multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my third angle. My third angle, my G, my third angle. And that's the smoke in the mirrors. Oh, this is a prime example. That's why I love to bring it to y'all. The smoke and mirrors. Now, soon as this man tries to boss up, soon as this man wants to own any piece of the catalog, anything he produces, any part of it, the smoke and mirrors come. Now we done found out he hit Sweetie, allegedly, and he hitting this chick, and they hitting that chick, and I'm gonna say I don't believe any of it, because we already know he's made those mistakes. So that's a weak spot for him. So anytime he tries to do anything out of the box, anytime that he tries to do anything that's not within the order of the higher ups and elites trickling down, you know, you trying to own something, you trying to get Young Dolph, all of that, it's the same thing. They gonna hit you where it hurts. Oh, you trying to own something? Well, let's put, okay, hold up. You know he was hitting Sweetie, right? Yeah, and we'll get Sweetie to say he did it, and we'll make up some, they'll do anything. Probably make false text messages and everything to make us turn against him, because they don't want him to own none of the catalog. You got to know it gets deeper than this. See, nobody's going to touch on this. Academics, everybody, DJ, everybody, nobody's going to touch on this. Nobody's going to scrape the surface the way Grown Man Business scrapes the surface. It's deeper than rap at all times. Anytime I see these situations, I see that it's deeper than rap. The pineal is open. So now he hit Sweetie. Because you know, he had situations. So they're going to bring turmoil in his life. They're going to bring turmoil to his wife. They're going to try to bring turmoil within the marriage. Because not the one thing that's stronger than the catalog, the one thing that's stronger than the money is a family man. A married man that's standing on business about his motherfucking family. I had to bleep that out. I did that with my, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how the YouTube is, but it's passion. So I see the play. Offset wants some ownership. Dolph wanted some ownership. We can go down the list. Yeah, this how it starts, right? So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not dressing nothing up and we not sugarcoat nothing. Offset, QC, we giving it to them straight raw. My G, straight raw. Man, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Anytime you want some ownership in this game, you put yourself on a chopping block asking for ownership in this game. You know why? Because that's the learnings of the higher-ups and elites. Now, I'm going to tell you this before I get into this. Listen, these could be changed. The puppets that get taught these tactics, they could change their ways. But it's the money too good. The money too good. It's a selfish game. Yeah. So you know that's what that is. That man wants some ownership. He wants some ownership, but he didn't know at the time, I'm sure, that you get what you negotiate. It's never good to negotiate something low and then try to come back and raise it high. So you done took this money, but now you want this money. And we done been eating off this money for so long. But I done put my children to college. I done bought Lamborghinis and big houses with this money. You can't get none of that. You didn't sign up for the big homie money. Yeah, that leads you to the big homie, little homie syndrome. Get it out the mud. It's okay to partner with like minds. It's okay to get business partners, but don't never take nothing from nobody. Get it out the mud, because at the end of the day, it's going to feel good when you can say ain't nobody gave you nothing. You know why nobody don't ask me for anything? Because ain't nobody give me nothing. Only people that ask me for money, only people that ask me for help is the people that gave me something. And that's close. That's like my mama or somebody can always come to me, always got an open door. My sister or somebody. Yeah. And last but not least, the family unit is powerful. Offset is not a Migos. He grew out of that. Offset grew out of being an amigo. He got a wife and kids at home. He's a boss now. He is the ruler of all that he surveys now. But when you get to thinking like that, it's too late. You didn't sign that paper, they'll smoke you. Offset, you might want to check and see if you got a life insurance. I don't know. You'll be smoked, youngin'. You really be leaving whatever you can leave to your kids talking like that, my G. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Nobody's like me up. Nobody's talking like this. Nobody's coming from these angles. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be at all time. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. And here at Grown Man Business TV, we definitely scratching the surface. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. God.
Listen closely if you trying to eat. Get passive income, got that money flowing in my sleep. Young and please, got 30,000 on my wrist, 10 on my fist. That 18 around my neck, make I can show respect. You looking at a God exhorting no fear. About 5 in each ear, that's what you wanna hear. VA.